Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. It's Lindsay and Miss Meyer. How are you guys doing? It's another day of Come Draw with me. Yesterday was so amazing seeing all of your... Hi, we have one person with us so far. Who is it with us?
The Perez.
Of course, the
Yeah,
Perez
and
family.
the Kelly family.
Jake, I am so proud of you. Oh my gosh. His bear was so good yesterday. You guys, seeing your bears made my day. Like
They were
literally
really cool.
so good. I'm so proud of you guys. Hi guys. So today, usually in the art studio, I have a day of like downtime in between masterpieces. Yesterday, I tried to do the Robert Indiana assignment, and to be really honest with you, good morning everyone, it was tough. So it's National Library Week, and Mrs. Hopper is our librarian at our school. So I thought, why not draw one of our favorite characters, Pete the Cat, do a one-day assignment. He's so fun, and then you guys can add whatever book he's reading or like a book that maybe you would want to create. Kind of cool. So today you're going to need a pencil, eraser, ruler, and anything to color with. So those are your needs today. Now, next week, we're going to start a really cool assignment.
It's going to be really cool.
It's a collage, but we're going to need watercolor paint, or if you don't have watercolor paint, you can use your Crayola markers with a brush. So...
And we're going to need glue as well.
Yeah, glue, some kind of glue, or you could use glue stick, rubber cement, Elmer's glue, but the best thing I would say would be a glue stick. So for next week, I'll kind of put the needs in the comments. We're definitely going to do some painting next week and start our new masterpiece. It's going to be like a little collage. It's going to be really neat. Also, one more thing before we get started. The Getty Challenge, if you look that up, it's so funny. Maybe you guys could do one of the Getty Challenges if you look that up online. And let's go
That's
ahead
what we're
and
going to do after this.
Yes, so let's start with our pledge real quick. Here we go. Lindsay, you got the flag. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So let's get started with drawing Pete the Cat today. I'm kind of excited about it. I haven't drawn, Pete the Cat before, so I'm going to kind of show you what he looks like done. So cute, little kitty.
Hi, Lorelai. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Lorelai. Your artwork looked so good. Your Brito bear. Oh my goodness, girl.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, guys. Please.
Hi, Peden.
The Peden family's here.
They're always here.
Of course. And Sia, who is always here too. It was her birthday this week. And if you guys have birthdays, let us know so we can celebrate with you. We love celebrating with you guys. Definitely, definitely. So there's Pete the Cat. Oh, I love to paint. Good. I'm glad you guys love to paint. I hope if you don't have... Hi, the cooks. Hi, Luke. Oh my gosh. Hi, Luke. Good. So if you guys don't have watercolor paint at home, we already talked about lots of combinations before on how to get watercolor paint. So don't worry. If you don't have paint, you could use Crayola markers. And then I can show you how to do that too. But definitely our next masterpiece is going to include some paintings. So how do we make Pete the Cat? And you know Pete the Cat, if anybody knows Pete the Cat, he's clumsy. He's funny. He gets into lots of trouble.
He looks like he would get in trouble.
Yes. And you know what's so interesting? I would love to see if somebody could tell me what color scheme I used for this project. Could somebody tell me before we get started? I'm going to zoom in. What color scheme we used. You do have watercolor paint? Awesome, the Perez family. Good. I'm glad that you guys love to paint because I love to paint too. So I would...
This will be, from what we've learned.
Oh my gosh,
Yay!
yes, the Kelly family. You got it. Oh my gosh, yes, the Peden family.
Woo!
You guys, you are learning so much. You guys are learning so much. Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. Awesome. I love Casey. I love that you guys love art so much. Oh, hi, Mrs. Curran. We were just talking about the color theory that we learned from our Brito bears. I mean, we really monochromatic, complementary colors, analogous, secondary. You guys really had a great learning experience through our Brito Bears. So today, yes, I used primary colors. So we know that Pete the cat is blue.
We're not painting unless you want to.
You could paint
You
Pete
could
the
paint
cat. Absolutely, you could paint Pete the cat. But today is just a one-day fun assignment for National Library Week. Like I said, in between our masterpieces, I kind of like to have a day where you kind of get one thing done, and it's kind of fun. And you guys can obviously make your book any book you want to. So if it's a book you're reading right now, you could draw the book that you're reading right now, and you can do that at the end on your own. Or if it's a book that you would like to make, like I made Keep Art in Your Heart as my book. Get it? So Pete's going to be holding a book, and so we're going to keep our paper portrait. And is anybody else saying things? So let's just get started. So get your nice piece of white paper that's clean. You're going to place it portrait or tall and skinny. And again, everyone, what are we going to do?
Find the middle of the paper.
Lindsay's like, find the middle. She's absolutely right. So just eyeball and find your middle and place a dot right there in your middle. All right. So for Pete the cat, his face is pretty easy. Now, we want to make sure that his face is in the middle and balanced on the side. So what I want you guys to do is just start by, you could use your ruler. That's why I said get a ruler if you want to. You could take your ruler and draw just a line that's a little bit curved like that. And we'll clean Pete the cat up, I promise. So you're just going to start on one side and draw a line down. And then you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. So you're just going to draw another line down on the other side like that. And as you're drawing your lines, I like to have straight lines. Remember, draw light till you get it right. This is all the same things that we've done before. Again, Monday, we're going to start our next masterpiece, and it's going to be a collage, which is going to be fun. So, Pete the cat has big ears. Okay, so we want to make triangles for those ears. So what I'm going to do is take my ruler, and if you don't have a ruler, you can use a straight edge. And if you don't want to use a ruler, you don't have to. I just like those clean lines. And I'm going to make a pointy ear or a triangle for my ear, and it's going to look like a letter M that's not connected. So as I do this, it's going to look like a letter M that's not connected. And I might have to go back through and make my ears a little bit bigger. We'll see. And Lindsay's doing some erasing, and that's fine. That's you just feeling your paper out. And then to make the cat connect, we're just going to do like a rainbow line or a sad face or whatever. I like to call it a rainbow line and make it connect. Perfect.
We don't want to be sad.
We don't want to be sad. We want a rainbow line. Yay. So I want to read okay. It's like going on live. Yeah. Good morning, Smucks. How are you guys doing? Yes, like I said, it's National Library Week. And today we're going to celebrate, like I said, I was going to do a Robert Indiana project with you, but after working on it myself last night, I just thought maybe let's just take a break from that. And it was kind of tricky, guys, just letting you know. So now we're going to connect this cat together by making a smiley face. And we're going to go a little bit below our center. Our center is going to kind of serve as our nose later on, but we're going to make a curved line that actually is like a smiling line up. And that's going to be our cat's chin. And Pete the cat doesn't have very much detail to him. He really doesn't. And his eyes are out of proportion. That means his eyes are bigger than normal. So when we draw our cat's eyes in today, you're going to be like, whoa, Miss Meyer, those eyes are... I've kind of gone a little bit more to the left. So where my middle is, I'm just going to start my nose by making a letter V, like that, in the middle. Perfect. Like it's flying away. And I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, James. How you doing? Hi, Alexis. Hi. Oh, it's so good to see so many of you on here this morning. I love
it's
this.
also that we're pausing.
I'm pausing.
If usually that happens, we suggest going out of Facebook Live and coming back in, because sometimes it could just be connections problems.
Yes, I like that. I'll wait for just a moment. If you are pausing, sometimes we've had just people pause My mom said that, things go in and out. Yeah, if you pause, you can come right back in. I'll go slow. Again, this is just a simple, fun, one-day drawing that will get you to draw one of your favorite characters. That's nice. So, yeah, if you are pausing, Marie, why don't you go in and out real quick, and we'll wait for you, okay? So, right now, I'm going to do a sad face to connect and make my nose for Pete the Cat. And that's going to stay white. All right. Now, for the eyes, what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to draw an imaginary line up. And we're not going to actually put it there, and we're going to put a dot right above that nose. So look, I'm going to go to the outer corner of that nose. I'm going to draw an imaginary line up. And it's about a finger width there, or you could say that that is about a 1/2 inch, and I can check right there. Yep, about a 1/2 inch. Awesome. Hi, Mrs. Anderson. How are you doing? And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So if you're just joining us right now, basically what we've done is we found the middle of our paper. That's the bottom of my nose. We've drawn a line down here, a line down there. We've made a triangle on each side for the ear. We've drawn a rainbow line here, and then we've drawn a smiley face to connect. And really, Pete the Cat's face is about that easy. The eyes will be the trickiest part, but here's the thing. When you draw one eye, you are human. You are not a computer. Thank goodness you're not a computer. Thank goodness you are human. You will not make your eyes exactly the same, and you just got to deal with that. So now we want to make this eye about the same size as the other. So I would take something that you have at your house, like, oh, I like this right here. No, I don't. That's a little too big. Actually, you know what, Lindsay? We could always do our fingers, right? Remember how we did that before? So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to move across, and I'm going to put another dot, keeping one finger right here so I know where my eye is going to end. And it goes down just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see that. Yours looks more like a bird. That's okay. If yours looks like a bird, don't worry about it. They kind of look birdie-like, because you know what? That nose is going to make it look like a beak right now.
Yeah.
But I promise you, when we get those big yellow eyes in, it won't look like a bird.
The little dots on the nose.
It does kind of look like a bird. Absolutely. It looks like an owl almost. Mm-hmm. And that's so funny that, a lot of animals that you create can make other animals too. So again, on this side, let's put our finger there. Let's look at this dot, and let's go ahead and try to keep that balanced as best as we can, going down just a little bit. Aww. Awesome. Sounds good. Ryan is so... Oh, cool. Good. I'm glad that you guys are interested in this, Mrs. Anderson. I'm glad Ryan wants to do that.
I think this one's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. That's what you said. The Kelly family said that this kind of looks like it looks like an owl right now. It really does. Now, normal cat eyes, they have slivers, and I even put on my Facebook page yesterday, Lindsay, all these different animal eyes and human eyes. It's so cool. I love eyes and, looking at eyes, and they're some of my favorite things to do. Can I see? This is what it looks like done. So this is what Pete the Cat looks like done. All right. And then this is where we are right now. And so I'm going to zoom. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like yours. Good,
Yay.
good. Okay, so to make his eye, we're going to make a lemon or a football. So we're going to draw a...
Oh, someone said I like your nails.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're about gone, guys. So like them while they got them. Let me tell you, next week they're not going to be so pretty. So I'm going to draw a sad face right here. And as I do this, remember I've shown you how to draw your intentional lines. You could do that first. And remember, a lot of times you want to draw dark. Also, you can turn your paper. Don't think just because your paper is straight up and down that you have to keep it that way the whole time. Don't think that. You can move your paper so it's more comfortable for you. And I'm anchoring my wrist and this side of my hand, I'm anchoring it on the paper. So I'm going to zoom out so you can kind of see that again. I'm anchoring it to get support I'm doing small little sketching lines. I've set my intention, and those look good. Now, they're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but now we can kind of see a kitty cat there, especially with those eyes coming in. And if any of my third graders are looking at this, Laurel Birch, you know, we kind of had those big eyes, didn't we? So, oh, thank you for liking my nails. Yeah, like I said, they are getting pretty bad. That's all right. So now I'm going to set my intention to make his eye pretty big down here. And again, the larger the eye, the cuter Pete's going to look because Pete has big, big eyes. So again, set your intentions. And it looks like a lemon. It looks like a football. And then again, they almost look ghost-like now. And a lot of artists will do this with eyes. And they'll be like, oh, that's perfect. My eyes are done. And I'm like, oh my goodness. No, they're not. It looks scary. It looks like it's from a movie. No, eyes don't get done with this because remember, eyes have pupils. Hi, Mrs. King. So your eye's made up of a pupil that allows you to see. That's your black portion of your eye. And then it has an iris, which is the colored portion of your eye. And so that determines your eye color. Like I have hazel eyes. Lindsay has green eyes. Sometimes my eyes can turn greenish blue. Pete the cat does not follow the rules of human eyes because he's a cartoon, and that's okay. But next, what we're going to do, we're not going to make full circles because Pete we're going to actually draw like a polka dot like we did on our, if you did our Brito Bear with us, it almost looks like, you know, a polka dot that you only are seeing the bottom half of. Aw. Hi, Alexis. Thanks. Good. Hi, the whole family. Oh my gosh, good morning. Hi, Mrs. King. Oh, Mrs. King says she misses everyone so much.
Oh, hi, Alexis.
Oh, hi, everybody. So now we're going to do the same thing here on this side. And again, this is just a fun one-day drawing. A lot of time in the art studio when we get done with a project, we just do a draw along for a fun one-day drawing before we start our next assignment, just to learn some elements and principles of design, or just something that we've wanted to learn for a while and we usually pick. Good morning, the BB family. So now he still looks hollow. He still looks like he's looking out at nothing.
He looks like from a Tim Burton movie.
A Tim Burton movie?
Doesn't he look like that?
I don't usually watch Tim Burton movies, but oh well.
You know, like, what's The Night Before Christmas?
Oh,
like
yeah.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. So, well, and again, he's a cartoon character. And we're going to repeat that same thing, putting another smaller, almost circle in the top. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see that. And again, without color, this is going to look really strange. All right. And we are not going to do... Hi, Kinsey. Hi, Grady. How you guys doing? The Van Puttons are here. So if you are just joining us, we have made Pete the cat's face. So you would probably have to come back and watch at the end. And we always save our videos. And again, we're doing this for National Library Week. Mrs. Hopper is our librarian. And we were going to do a Robert Indiana theme, but again, I found it to be pretty difficult for me. Now, I'm looking at my nose right now, and it does look kind of beaky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill that out a little bit more. Again, see, look, I made a mistake, and I'm just going to make it a little bit wider. And if you want to do that, you can do that too, and that kind of makes that a little bit more of a kitty cat nose. All right, guys, this looks so good. My sister doesn't like hers. You know what? Guys, sometimes when you're drawing, you have to practice. Like, I would never come on live with you guys without drawing mine first. I just wouldn't. I want to practice. So if you don't get it right the first time, are you going to give up? No. Again, going back to Larry Bird and the famous basketball player, he definitely did a lot of free throws in his backyard, and he practiced every night. So if you don't get it right the first time, don't worry about it.
Also, I just want to say, half the time during these lives, I'm over here erasing all my lines
Yes.
and changing things up.
Yeah, let me show you just the eraser lines that Lindsay, because Lindsay starts on her first time, and this is Lindsay's right now. And you can see that she has a lot of eraser going on because this is her first time.
And, you know, it's not going to be perfect the first time. And you just have to
practice.
See what you might like.
Right, exactly. So now Pete has a really skinny neck. So what we're going to do once you're all done with your eyes, we're going to take our nose and see, this is putting things in proportion. Granted, his eyes are out of proportion because they're super big, but that's what makes Pete the cat cool. So we're going to balance it, and we're going to take this and we're going to draw an imaginary line down and put a dot here and a dot there for Pete's neck. And we're going to make his neck kind of curve so that it kind of goes into his face on both sides, but the lines are pretty straight. And we're going to stop it. Now, again, Pete gets in all kinds of trouble. Oh my gosh, he gets brand new white shoes, and they get muddy and dirty, and then he washes them, and then he runs into blueberries. We all know about Pete. He's a pretty crazy cat. So you could have him reading anything, how to clean white shoes. That would be funny. Your book choice is going to be your idea. So now we're going to draw right here a line that with our ruler, if you can, and that's going to be the opening of our book. Our book's going to have some thickness to it. Books are 3D. So when can you hand me that book right here? Even with a thin book like this book right here, this Learning to Draw 3D book that I love, even it has an edge to it. So when you open it up like this, oh, sorry, I don't know if you can see that edge. When you open it up, it's going to look like that. And then if you're looking out, look what happens to my straight lines when I am like holding it closer to you. Like this. They kind of go up into a V, don't they? So
and they're not necessarily straight either.
No, they're not necessarily straight. So if you don't want to draw a straight line, or if you don't have a ruler, we're going to act like Pete is holding a book like this, and you can see how it kind of curves up. So we've started our book binder, and we're going to take, if you have a ruler, great. If you don't, no big deal. And we're going to draw 2 vertical lines, straight line down. How can I do that? I can go to my edge of my paper because I want to make them parallel again, and I want to make them so that they look like they are parallel to each other. There we go. There's one, and there's another. And, just make it so that you can write what your book is on the side. Especially on this book, you can see that it says like Learn to Draw 3D on the side there. So we're going to do that with our book. Oh, you just read Pete? Awesome. I'm glad you guys read Pete the cat. Hi, Laura. My sister's on. I love you.
Hi, Mom.
All right. The Van Puttons say it looks good. Good. This should be a fun drawing to do. Now, we'll clean up this mess later on right here. But again, when we're drawing in our very first beginning stages of drawing, we don't care about the mess we make because we're drawing light till we get it right. So, you could put lines wherever you want. Now, if you have a ruler, like Lindsay said, you don't really need a ruler, but you can. I'm going to angle that up just a little bit. So now watch. I'm going to put a dot right here where I'm going to angle it up to. And I'm going to draw a line back to my book like that. Then I'm going to kind of go to my other side and place a dot there. Okay? Again, you don't have to make it this balanced. And I'm going to draw another line to my other side like that. And I'm going to draw it light because your book's not going to go all the way off your page. If you want your book to go off your page, you can. But then you're not going to see Pete's hands grabbing it. And we want to see that. So if you don't have a ruler, you could use your straight edge like this. You could use my book like that. Voila. And like that. So now that I have all you guys on here, I want to remind you on Tuesday's lesson, we're going to start using watercolor paint. And if you don't have watercolor paint, you can use Crayola marker. And we're going to, with some water, which will work just fine. And you can actually use a Crayola marker, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Now, I want the book to be kind of thick, but I'm going to take my ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you could use an eraser. And then you could, or you could actually figure out what an inch might feel like. And you're going to draw.
Also, one of the best things to do for an inch is this part of your finger right here. If you go like this, you can be like, that's about an inch. That's one of the best things I've ever learned.
Right here. Yep, that's about an inch.
Guesstimating.
Yeah, guesstimating. And you can see that is approximately, very good, Lindsay, an inch. Good job. And when they used to measure back in the day, they used to use a foot.
An actual foot.
An actual foot.
It was the king. So a king, whenever there's a new king, they would take his foot and they would measure it And they'd be like, okay, so this is our new foot. And I'm pretty sure for a yard, they would take the king's wingspan, so he would put his arms out to his sides, and as long as his arms were, that was a yard. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. There you go. You're learning new stuff. So now here, we're just going to draw a line in so our book ends. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. See, you're learning new stuff every day. Very cool, Lindsay. And there's my book, and I'm going to erase these 2 lines that I used for guidelines because I don't need those anymore. Now, writing on your book. Here's the thing. We're not seeing all of your book. We're just seeing probably the top 3/4 of it. Like, so if I'm saying, here's my book, Learning to Draw, but Pete's reading it right now, you're probably just seeing this much. Well, when things go back, because he's holding his book like this, you're not going to write straight across. You're not going to do that. It's going to look weird. So how do you know where to write in your book? And again, you're going to write in your book. I'm using my paper as a ruler. Perfect. That's so perfect that you're using your paper as a ruler. So here's the thing. When you're going to write on this and it's going back into space, you're going to follow this first guideline. So if you have a book and you're using a book as a ruler, you can take your book and you can slide it down, trying to remember where that first line is, and you can make some guidelines or ghost lines. Those are lines that you'll erase later to actually write your information on. Whatever you want. And really, when you're doing this, you want your title to be on this side of your book, because in the United States, we read, left to right, and we open our books from left to right like that. So, and then on the background, maybe you could have a picture of you, the author. You could have a picture of what's in the book. This is where you're going to be unique on your own later on and finish this up. So I just wanted to show you, like, if I'm going to write keep in here, I'm going to take and watch what's happening. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. I don't want you guys writing your titles yet, but I just wanted to show you. As I write, I am going to go and stay on my ghost line right there, and it's going to go up higher as I go, but I'm going to keep these lines going parallel or vertical straight up. So, and then my lines that go to the side go in the angle that I have on the top of the book. Does that make sense, guys? All right. Or yeah, you could.
Perspective.
I love it. And I love that the Kelly family is going to make theirs a Pete the Cat book. That's hilarious.
Pete is reading himself.
Yeah, Pete is reading himself. I love that.
Selfish.
How selfish of Pete the Cat. That's great. So as you go, the lines that are straight like that. So when I have my K, I have 2 lines that don't follow perspective there. So I've got to kind of figure those out. But then the other lines that go back are going to go like this and follow the lines of the book. And then so now I have my P, again, a straight line. And it's really easy to get these off. Look, so that P is kind of off, isn't it? Because your eye doesn't want to do it. But trust me, you can do that. So let's move on. And then, yes, I can show you the final picture. Sure. So let's move on to coloring in Pete, and then we'll talk about your book more. And you guys will do your book on your own. And again, I used a primary color scheme. I would love to know what kind of color scheme you're going to use, because Pete is blue. So, Lindsay, you and I might have to share our blues here. I don't know. Or I can use...
We don't even have to do primary. We could do...
I know, but Pete's blue. You could do a lighter blue, though. You could do this color blue for Pete, because Pete's in all different colors. So, he is definitely a blue cat. So, let's go ahead. If you have a black Sharpie, what are we going to do, everybody? Outline. And then again, if you want to, while you're outlining with your black Sharpie, you can use your ruler. And I am going to outline his chin, because I want to show that my chin is in front of my neck. That's really important. So as I'm outlining, I'm going to use my ruler where I feel like it's straight. And again, oh, I forgot to do the paws. I forgot the paws. Sorry, guys. So, and the arms. Oh my gosh. I'm just going too fast for myself today. Sorry. So, I totally forgot arms. So, we're going to make his arms. Sorry about that, guys. coming out of his neck. So right here, we're going to draw a line and we're going to have it go into the book. And if you don't have, and then we're going to draw another line right there. And then again, you're going to draw another line from here and kind of have it stop at the book like that. Perfect. I forgot his arms. And then he's going to have his hands holding, or his paws holding the book like this, right? So right here, we're going to draw a kind of like wavy line if you want to. It almost looks like a potato chip or a funky ear. There we go. Right there, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see that again. There it is, and then I'll have to erase because I've overlapped. I can't believe I forgot about the hands. And I'll show you guys the final picture one more time. There's the final picture right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And his hands don't have to be in the same spot, guys. So just have that fun, just, you know, because your hands wouldn't normally be in the same spot. And they don't have to be exactly the same size. They're on the other side of the paper from each other. So there we go. Now we've got the hands in. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. There we go. Now, I drew lines there, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and keep those in. There we go. That blue that I'm using, that Sharpie blue, really mixes well with that black. So I'm not really concerned about that at all. So I'm just going to draw my line in and outline everything in black. And again, I'm turning my paper because I'm in charge of my paper. Nobody else is. I need to thicken that up a little bit. And then, you know, you could even put, you know, a section for your library book to be back in its section if you wanted to. You could add barcodes. You could add all kinds of stuff in your book to make things. Oh, and here comes my little kitty. There's Basie that wants to come and, I don't know if you guys can see Basie. Basie. Let's see. Basie girl. Basie. Nope, she's hiding now. Basie, I thought, nope. So, there we go. I was trying to get Basie in there. Hi, how are you guys doing? Okay, so, again, outlining everything that we just did. Perfect. And while you have your black out for your outlining, we can go ahead and color in. And Pete the Cat's iris, believe it or not, is black. Weird, huh? Weird. Because he's a cartoon. He's not real. So I'm going to color that in black. And light sourcing, I guess that white could be considered light sourcing there, the white dot. Definitely different. There we go. I've got one eye started. Again, if you're using Crayola, you would probably want to use the yellow, or if you have a black Sharpie and yellow Crayola, you're fine. But if you only have black Crayola, you would want to do your yellow first. Or you could use a yellow crayon for the eye, or you could use a yellow color pencil for the eye. You just don't want that to muddy up. I showed that to you guys yesterday, what can happen when this is the result of using a black Crayola with a yellow Crayola. This is a result of using a black Sharpie with a yellow Crayola. You can see a huge difference there. The black Sharpie will definitely give you, if you're going to go out and buy one thing for art, it would be a black Sharpie.
Can you show the final picture?
I already did. They want to see it again? Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the final picture again. There you go. All right. So, now we're going to go through, and remember, I want to see some unique, fun book titles that are definitely you and your personality. I would love to see you create your own book, or use a book that you love, like your favorite book. One of my favorite books is Velveteen Rabbit. I would love to draw that too, but I just, did keep art in your heart. So now it looks like our book is actually 3D, and it's actually coming out at us because we have put it back into perspective. That's what's so cool about this, is by making those lines not horizontal, but going up and overlapping with our paws, we can really see that three-dimensionality in this piece of art, and it definitely makes it pop. So, next thing, I'm just going to take my yellow Crayola. I'm going to check it and see, look, there's some dark on my yellow Crayola right there. See that dark black? So I'm going to clean that. You can just take it and rub it on another piece of paper first to clean it. And sometimes that black won't go away, but that's okay. And then I'm going to color in Pete's Eyes yellow. And you can see I gave my Sharpie some time to dry. And it's not blending, which is nice. My pencil, I forgot to erase my pencil line there, so I'm going to erase my pencil line. Because, boy oh boy, Crayola does not like pencil. And it will definitely rub on there. So again, I'm using my yellow Crayola. And I'm going to show you Lindsay's really quickly in just a moment. And Lindsay, let me show them yours. No, you need to outline your eyes too, right? Look, there's Lindsay's. Look at hers. Look at hers. I love this. She didn't use a ruler on hers. And it looks just as good. Good job, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Yes, I love it. All right. Oh, and so, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read you guys. Oh, you're going to do
A fraction fairy tale from school. Oh,
I love that. That's going to be so cool. You could also do something like, you know, how your quarantine's going too. Like I said, we are going to work on the Getty Challenge at the end of this today, where you take a famous piece of artwork and you try to update it to the 21st century, like what's going on today. So hopefully we will have that to show you guys, and all the art teachers in the district are going to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, so now the next thing you do basically is color your kitty cat in blue. Pretty easy. If you want to use paint for this, because you are missing paint, go for it. You could paint this if you want to. You could use any medium you would like. And a medium is a tool that you use to create. It's not your shirt size. Granted, it could be your shirt size, but in art, a medium is a tool that you use to create art. So like right now I'm using Sharpies. You could be using color pencils. You could be using Crayola crayons. You could be using color pencils. Whatever medium you're using, go for it, and that's absolutely fine. I'm gonna have to buy some more Sharpies. I am getting a lot of use out of my Sharpies while I'm at home. And they're such a good investment. I love Sharpies. You know, you can go on Amazon and they have some really good deals on Sharpies too. But again, some people might not want Sharpies in their home yet. I understand that totally. Totally get that if you don't want Sharpies in your home. And there's plenty of other media that you can use. So when I say media, that's plural for medium. So media, if I'm creating a mixed media project, like we're going to be doing our collage next week. It's so cool, guys. You're going to like this collage that we're going to make. Again, we're going to be using some different media. So you're going to color all this in blue, and that takes quite some time. And then I really want to see some fun book designs. And then when you get done with your book design, make sure that, you know, whatever you color your background in, I know that we've got blue and yellow right now, but listen, you don't have to make this primary colors. You can make this analogous. You could do a green book, so blue and yellow make green. You could do an orange book because blue and orange are complementary colors. Those yellows can just be a pop. You know what I'm saying? You can make your book orange. You could do all different kinds of things. Costco has a pack of Sharpies, awesome, that are inexpensive. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Costco does have good deals on Sharpies. I'm just saying, for that intense color, yes, you guys can see that final picture because it's going to take me some time to color this in. You can see my blues kind of going out. You can see I have a really strong blue here, and you can see my blue on this is not so strong. Look at that, Lindsay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is it the same color?
Well, you know what? Oh, you know, this is another blue. See, that's just showing you that when you buy Sharpies, you've got to be very careful that the dyes can come out so different. It's so crazy. They have different dye lots that they run these through, and I was going to show you on my purple. My students have seen this before. Do you see the purple anywhere?
I remember this from yesterday.
From yesterday. I wanted to show you, like, one of these purples. Oh, here they are. Okay, both of these are purple Sharpies. I bought both of these purple Sharpies. Look. Now, is that not crazy? That's the difference between dye lots sometimes. So just because you bought it, and look, they're exactly the same. But no, they're not. They are not. And again, with my blues, same thing happening. I bought both the same. Well, no, this blue is a little lighter. So, but I just wanted to show you that that can happen. So, but hey, Pete the Cat could be lighter and Lindsay's is lighter. Let me show you Lindsay's real quick. Lindsay's is looking really cute. I love those big eyes.
I do too. It's my favorite part.
Yes. So Pete the Cat has super big eyes. So fun. Again, he is pretty solid because he's a cartoon character and you can't go wrong with it. You really can't. And again, your challenge today is going to be making your book title, you know, kind of making sure that this large space is covered. You might have to do a second coat if you're doing a lighter blue. Lindsay, are you finding that you're having to do a second coat? Remember, craftsmanship is going to be really important. So it may look like I'm scribbling, but I'm really not. I'm taking my time, going through, coloring up, nice and neat and even. And then the background could stay white too. There we go. Yep. And so basically, I would love to see, you know, when we get done with these today, I would love to see what your title of your book is, what you titled your book. If you don't even want to write on yours, you don't even have to write on it. You could just write, or you could make it a picture book, right? Or you could make it a graphic novel, or you could just write your title down the side. So like if you are like, ooh, Miss Meyer, I am having issues with this. I don't want any tears. I don't want any crying on that. Look, you could just write keep, you know, whatever you want to name yours. You could just write it right here. And then that will eliminate anybody, I'm trying to write and talk at the same time, having any issues with the wording over here. This can be tricky. It can. Remember, if it looks funny, check your vertical lines and make sure that they're going to the side of your paper. And then again, you can draw in the background, you know, make sure your paws. And one last thing we need to do are whiskers on our kitty cat. So I'm going to just wait for a second. So everybody, let's go ahead and do our whiskers real quick. I know I'm kind of jumping around today. It's a Thursday, guys. So Pete the Cat's whiskers are not in the middle of his face right here. They're on the side. So like when I do my whiskers, I'm going to use what's called a hatching line. And a hatching line is exactly what it kind of sounds like. You put a dot here and you aim to where it's supposed to go to and you do a flick. And those are hatching lines. Hatching lines have movement to them. And so when we do our kitty cat's, you know, whiskers, you might want to practice with pencil first, but it's a real quick line and it goes in one direction like that. And that's kind of how like you do eyelashes and it grows, almost like it's hatching from an egg. So when I do my kitty cat, it helps me to draw my lines here. So I'm just going to do 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Then I'm going to turn my paper the opposite way for me to do it this way. I'm going to make it easier for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do 4 on one side, I'm going to do 4 on the other, and I'm not going to worry about it, you know, being perfect because, again, cat's whiskers are not perfect. So you just kind of do that flick to make your perfect. Lindsay's doing a great job on hers. I want to show you hers. Lindsay, you got a lot done. That's super cute. So there's Lindsay's there. Look how cute that is too. And again, I would love to see your cats done like this, you know, where they definitely are holding a book. And you know, what would be so much fun is that, you know, maybe if you're friends with Mrs. Hopper online, you could tag her on this and let her see your Pete the Cat for National Library Week. So next week, we are going to need watercolors or a way to watercolor. And again, you can use Crayola markers. And we're going to start a gorgeous project next week. So there's Pete the Cat. I would love to see you guys have it all finished up and colored in. And our time is done today. Again, this is where you get to be creative and you get to do your own work. Oh, I love that. We did that for our owls. Very cool. Very cool. I am so excited that you guys got to do Pete the Cat today. He is definitely a fun little critter to do. And again, keep art in your heart. Tuesday, we will start a new assignment. It's actually going to be a really pretty
I'm excited.
masterpiece. Lindsay's excited. It's definitely something different, totally different from our Brito. It's definitely using shapes and overlapping, and we're going to talk a lot more about color theory too and things like that. So, what did that? Oh, for that was. So I love you guys. Keep art in your heart. Please
great
post.
weekend.
Please post your finished pictures. I love seeing it. You don't know how much it means to me. Have a great weekend. Love each other. Be good to each other. Do something good for somebody today. Love you. Have a great day. Gonna miss you. Bye.